Hi everybody, this is EOS, and today we're going to be talking about some mid-side snare processing using sidechain compression. Let's just go through a few examples and then I'll show you how I did it. So here's the dry snare. Here is the snare with a 34% reverb. Set exactly the same as this reverb in my chain group, but we'll get to that in a minute. That's what it sounds like with just the reverb, and then here's what it sounds like with the mid-side processing that makes it really bloom. And let's watch it in the imager too. One more time. See how this shoots like a laser down the middle, and then it's on the tail, it spreads out in the field, and we can spread that out more if we really wanted to. This is a free plugin by Kilohertz called Stereo. Let's put this in. And I'm just going to bump the width a little bit here. That's a little bit much. Ignore this. It's showing that it's all side. Obviously it is. So there's a really extreme example. So you can see how it shoots down the middle, and then on the tail is when it expands in the sides. So what we're doing here is we're keeping our snare in mono for the initial transient, and then we're giving it that nice space and width afterwards. But the mix, I find, sounds very, very clean with this technique. And I often just do it subtly like that. This was just to give you an example. But all right, let's do it from scratch. We'll start by adding a utility. I did that with a free plugin called Live Enhancement Suite. All right, you don't need that. You can just drag utility in. Obviously, Control G, we're going to group it. Then we're going to open up the chains. We're going to use Control D to duplicate the group. And then we're going to rename these mid and side. And I should have done this first. I'm going to right click and go to mid side mode. And pull the mid one down to all the way 100% mid, pull the side all the way to the side. So let's listen first so you can hear it sounds the same. Right, no change. We're just allowing ourselves to process those differently. All right, so now we're going to add another, I didn't need a utility. I'm going to add a reverb. I'm going to add an Ableton compressor. And then we're going to sidechain the mid channel to the side channel. And it's very important that we have the reverb in front of the utility, or else the reverb is just reverbing the sides. It's honestly, it doesn't even process right. But we're going to put it in front of the utility. So the idea, and now we're going to put a compressor on at the end. And the idea is that this mid signal will push this out of the way. Let's turn this down to like, I think we're at 2.01 or just 2.11. What were we at? 2.01, whatever, 2.11 is very similar. So I love all of that width here, but I just don't want it to happen on the actual transient. We're going to pop open the side of the compressor, choose sidechain. This is the last track so it's easy to find. Snurder. Then we're going to go into this audio effect rack, which now will be the second of the audio effect racks. This is the first one I have over here, and then this is the second one. And we're going to go into mid post mixer. And now let's just crank this up all the way, and then we'll tune it from there. So you can very clearly hear the differentiation between the two sounds. You can also use a keyway to try to tune it a little bit quicker. Let's look at it on an EQ as well while we do this. So it looks like it kind of all is pretty quick. I'm just going to tune the ratio and the release. So from and we can tune that tail by just changing the decay time. So another thing I might start doing now is macroing. So decay time, aka tail length. Then we have release, threshold, and you can even start doing other reverb controls in here, but that's pretty much, and then maybe sidechain frequency. Although on this one that really didn't really do much, but now I can just drop this on any snare and adjust these to create a balanced tail. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, subscribe, check out some of my music. Have a good one.